Hello, my name's Ryan Tui, and I will be taking you on a wonderful journey of learning C# programming. To begin, you're going to need some type of environment to program in. I'm using Visual Studio 2012. You can go to Microsoft's website to get a free version. Um, Download it. You'll be able to program in multiple languages, though again, what we're using here is C#. Um, if you don't want to use Visual Studio, there's also MonoDevelop. I'm not that familiar with it though, and I think at one point of time during these tutorials I'm going to use some specific Visual Studio features, so it would be nice to have. Plus it's, I think, the best IDE for C# considering it's a Microsoft IDE and C# is a Microsoft developed language, so it's the best support you could possibly get. To start off learning C#, we need to learn the simplest concept there is in programming, and that's just displaying a message for the user to see. With applications, there's two main types. You have a console application, which runs on the command prompt, and you have for a Windows system, a windowed application, something with a GUI. Those are most applications you use, but we're not going to start with that. We're going to use a basic console application, and it's more than capable of doing most of the tasks that you need anyway. A windowed application is really for the end user experience, not something you really need to concern yourself with yet. To write something to the screen, first we have to call forth the console class. We have two options to write something to the screen. We have write and write_line. Write just writes on the existing line, and write_line will write the line, and then it'll insert a blank one. What's in the quotations, what's in the parentheses are the parameters of this method. If any of this is confusing you, don't worry about it now. We'll get into more specifics about how this works later. Just know that this is essentially how you output something. And the quotations indicate a string literal. And what's in those quotations is what's going to be outputted to the screen. And let's write something else. This time we'll just use the write method. Add a space here. Save it. Pressing F5 is the default way to compile and run the program. And see, there's this problem when you run the debugged version from Visual Studio where it immediately closes down after running. So we're going to use a workaround to keep it open, and we're going to write a new line. We'll insert a blank one. Excuse me, I can't spell. And then we'll use the console method to read a key. And we're not going to do anything with this, it just makes the console wait for that key read before the application shuts down. So now, let's run it. Hello world. You can see that write_line method. It inserted a blank line afterwards. So this smiley face is on a new line. But if we just did a write method, that change? It's on the same line. We can change this to a right line. And we now have a space here. That is all for tutorial 1. I should be putting tutorial 2 up soon, explaining some more simple concepts. I don't know which tutorial I'll start doing this, but one of the early tutorials I'll put up some assignments at the beginning of the tutorial, just some simple practice stuff that you can code. And then at the start of the next tutorial following that, I will show the answer key for whatever assignment I give, or practice, whatever you want to call it. Thank you.